This old ceiling fan is going to get replaced with this new one. I'm going to show you the step-by-step taking this one out and putting the new one in while reviewing it along the way. Let's go. First thing, this new fan was provided to me by Frstem. I'll leave a link in the description. This is a large one, 66 inches. As always, I'll give an honest review and show the pain points and some tricks to make it easier to install. The install will also apply to other ceiling fans, so stay with me. Let's open the box to see what we're working with. Okay, lots of parts as expected. Let's get the old one out. First thing, turn off the power to the fan. Thanks to my electrician for labeling things. But I still have trust issues. Let's see if I can turn the lights on. Nothing. No power to the fan. I'm going to do this quick. There are typically 2 screws. Forgive me if your fan is different. The wire cover bracket is off. That green thing is a little wireless receiver. We're going to disconnect all the wires and take the green receiver out. Now, if you're not familiar, these have a U-shaped bracket. Just lift up and pull forward toward the opening. Quick shot of the bracket. This is common with ceiling fans. Now that the old one is out, time for the new one to get in. But we have to put it together first. Let's see what else is in the box. A wireless receiver like the old green one, the fan blades, its own U-bracket, seems heavy duty, a bunch of screws and other stuff. The thing I really like, it runs off LEDs. These are bright, run cool, and last much longer than light bulbs with less electricity. I've installed LED lights like this before, and I'm a big fan. No pun intended. Old U-bracket is coming off. 2 screws holding this on, and comes right off. Here's the new one, and it has the holes for the 2 hanging screws. It's nice. The kit comes with some options for screws. You can screw into wood, concrete, or the ceiling bracket, which is what I'm going with. Time to put the base together. This pin comes out. I need to start sliding pieces onto this bar. Also, I need to run the wires through this, and the easiest way is to take the top off and take the pin out. The cover goes on to cover the bottom part. This small round cover, this is going to cover the top of the fan. Run the wires through the bar and the other large cover for the top. If you do get this fan, here is the order of the pieces. There's also a picture in the manual, but I think it's easier to see it here. I'll put the black bulb piece back on. The center bar goes right here between the pole, and lift up on the black bulb and put the 2 screws in to secure it. Now we need to secure the post to the bottom. Unscrew the 2 screws so they're flush with the base. Pull the wires through and align the holes. Now that pin we took out earlier slides right in between the holes in the base and the pole. The little clip to the bar won't come out. And look at that, supports the weight of the fan motor, no problem. Tighten the 2 screws to keep the pole in place. One huge trick that will save you a lot of time and aggravation is to place the wireless receiver in the U-shaped bracket base before you put the fan up.
This wireless device is a very tight fit when the black bulb is in supporting the fan. The directions say install the U-bracket on first to the ceiling, but it just didn't work out because it was too tight of a fit for the wireless receiver. So slide the bracket on and then the wireless device. Even like this, it's tight. Just imagine with this already hung. Trust me, do it this way first, making sure all the wires and connections are free to wire up. Hang it straight up and align the two screws and tighten them up, but not too tight. Now, all I have to do is match up the wires.
Here's a quick diagram. The great thing about this fan are the connections on the bottom from the wireless receiver.
I like it a lot.
Another fan I installed didn't have connectors. You had to splice the correct wires together, making it much harder. This wire setup is easy.
Green with green, or if there's a plain copper wire, this also goes with green. This is the ground. Black goes with black. The white goes with white. Again, with this setup, that red wire from the ceiling doesn't connect to anything, so we'll just tape it off. And the connectors from the fan to the wireless receiver are obvious. There are two of them. They are different sizes, and they only fit one way. Here's one, and here's the other. I'll try to tuck the wires in the best I can, but there is very little or no room. The good thing is the housing will hide most of the wires. This small round piece is the finishing touch for the top. Just push up and turn to secure. Now for the fan blades. They even say this side up to help you out. I'm going to line these up like an assembly line and get to it. 3 screws on the top that I started by hand, and now the power screwdriver, and knock these out. Check these out. They look pretty good. Every ceiling fan I hung, the blades were made of particle board. These are made of plastic. Do I have a preference? Not really. All I care is they look nice and they last long, so I don't have to do this again. The brushed metal in the blade looks great to me. You can see here the old fan was made of particle board. The plastic, they were able to shape it with a curve to generate more air. Now just unscrew the pre-installed screws and put the blades on one at a time. Next is the light plate. Unscrew 3 screws. There is a connector for the LED light, which it's hanging on. Don't worry, the LED is very lightweight. I had to pull the connector cable through so the light would lay flat. Align the 3 screws for the light and screw back in. Once the light base is up and the wires are done, it goes smooth. Next, the light cover, which is plastic instead of glass, but I'm okay with this. If I drop it, I don't have to worry about breaking it, and it really doesn't look plastic until you tap on it. There's these little notches and it'll screw right on. That looks pretty good and is the right size for this room. Now the remote. Throw some batteries in it. Be aware the kit didn't come with any batteries. Now let's run a test. Turn on the power and the fan. Crank it up to full speed. Man, this thing creates a good amount of wind, and it's completely silent. No wobbling or any balancing I had to do. The remote has a bunch of buttons. Let's go through the features real quick. There's one button for turning everything off. This one just lights on and off. Fan speed. Center button for fan off and on. and 3 buttons on the bottom which tell the fan to run for 1 hour, 4 hours, or 8 hours. That's pretty nice. The last, forward spin or reverse. Look at this. I'm a fan. Sorry for the pun again. Thanks to Frstem for sending this out for me to review. It is a good product. Again, I'll leave a link in the description how to get this ceiling fan from the Amazon store. Don't forget to be a fan of the channel. And I'll see you on the next video.